Okay, so here's a quick unboxing of this ZD Toys Mandalorian and Grogu and comparing it to the Black Series 6 inches and the 3.75 inches TVC, and to the Hot Toys also 12 inches. Opening the box, as you can see, it's very impressive. Has a lot of accessories. This one also. So Mando ZD Toys is now out of the box. He stands 7.2 inches, so he's bigger than the Black Series, of course the 3.75. so here they are, the three, but of course he's smaller than the Hot Toys. Okay, so I got the 2-pack Mandalorian and Grogu, and he comes with his rifle, his blaster, his sword, the jetpack. Then you put this on, you put the back plate on so you can put the jetpack. He has flame accessories for the jetpack. Then you can switch this part of the gauntlet or the vambrace to this one, and it comes with the fire accessory, which you can put there to have a flamethrower effect. So it has that, and then you have alternate hands. You have the stand with accessories. So if you got the Mando only, it stops here. But if you get the 2-pack, or if you get Grogu, then you get these. You get Grogu with a new pram in the movie stand, and then this standing Grogu with an alternate head, alternate hands, and his Beskar Rondel. Okay, comparing it to the Black Series, let's do it from this angle. To the Black Series and the 3.75. So all three have the rifle. Then they all have the blaster. And then all three have the new sword. Also, all three have the jetpack. But only the ZD Toys have the additional accessories for the jetpack. And the Black Series and the TVC, they both have the vibro knife. This one. Okay, it's not focusing. There. Black Series and 3.75 have the vibro knife, and Black Series and 3.75 give us one alternate hand for holding the vibro knife or the sword. And of course they have the Grogus for their shoulders. Basically, they have the same accessories. Okay, now let's get to the Grogu part. This is where my issue is. This Grogu is way too oversized for Mando. This other Grogu is a smaller Grogu, which I think is the better scale for Mando. This is a Hot Toys Grogu. It's 1/6 scale. And they're basically the same size. So the ZD Grogu is really way too big for Mando. So there goes my problem. I don't have a Grogu to put on his shoulder, because it's gonna be way too big. So what I'm thinking is, from my other small, medium, large setup, I have an SH Figuarts Grogu, which is slightly bigger than the Black Series Grogu. Just slightly bigger. I think this could work if I put Grogu there. So these are the Grogus that came with the ZD Toys. They're different scales. I don't know why. And this SH Figuarts Grogu is just slightly bigger than the Black Series. So the ZD Toys Grogu should be like this. Should be more or less this big, which I think is more or less this one, but it's not removable. It's fixed on the pram. Okay. Anyway, so also all figures, they didn't come with this, the Amban rifle, which, wait, this is a spoiler alert, so stop this video or forward this video if you don't want any spoilers. This Amban rifle, he goes back to the end of the movie, which I think moving forward will be his default rifle along with his blaster, because this sword, the swords that came with the figures, they're technically he technically just used them just for a while in the movie, and the weapons that he used at the end of the movie to fight Embo, that was just short term also, but at the end he went back to the Amban rifle. Okay, those are spoilers. You can go on now. No more spoilers moving forward. Okay, so there you go. Let's try to pose everything so we can make a small, medium, large setup again like this. Okay, so here's the ZD Toys Mando and Grogu post already alongside Black Series and TVC, completing my small, medium, large display of Mando and Grogu movie version. But unfortunately, as I said a while ago, the Grogu that came with the ZD Toys is way too big for Mando. So I used an SH Figuarts Grogu figure to put on his shoulder. So if you ask me, my verdict is, if you're gonna buy the ZD Toys and you want to display Grogu on top of his shoulder, don't buy the 2-pack. Or, if it's okay with you not to put Grogu on his shoulder, you can display Mando with Grogu on the pram, because I think that scales pretty nice. But putting this Grogu alongside this Mando, they're different scales, so you can't put them together. Alright, but the ZD Toys by itself, Mando, with all the accessories, alternate hands, the effects, the stand, I think the Mando by itself is a really good buy. So for me, you don't have to purchase the 2-pack with the Grogu or the ZD Toys Grogu by itself. Just buy Mando and then get an SH Figuarts Grogu figure to put on his shoulder. Or if you have a suggestion on what Grogu best suits this Mando for the right scale, comment below so we can check it out, and maybe that would be a better scale for this Mando. I'm not yet sure if this is the post that I'm going with, but you can see this live at ToyCon alongside this other Beskar Mando Disney Plus version, side by side with the movie version of Mando. I'll also be displaying pre-Beskar. Alright, so that's it. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. And this is the way.